Hey guys, we are back and it is that time. We are getting ready to go into another U32. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the defense a little bit. We're going to go over some of my ideas and what I'm doing on defense the very first round. Obviously with U32, things switch up quickly, but we'll see how that goes and how our defense holds up round one. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me, Denman, are you done streaming Crucible? The answer is no. For you guys out there that did not know, I was on vacation. I had a lot of things to catch up on when I got back. Plus, I was having major issues with LD player. And during my recordings for Crucible this past weekend, it locked up on me no less than 3 times per round. So, I had to get that situated. Finally got the settings and stuff switched around where it's working a lot more fluently. So we're going to be right back at it. We do have some videos coming to you this week, so be on the lookout for that. Tomorrow I'll be doing a update video on Professor X, kind of going over some of the different teams that are working really well in each section. So if that is something that some of you guys out there might get some value out of, be on the lookout for that. But without further ado, let's jump in and start talking about U32 defense. So let's jump in here. Let's jump over to defense. And first things first, let's take a look at the room rules. So room 1 is called Fester. On offense and defense, all characters at the end of turn, characters with trauma gain +1 bleed. Okay. The standard rules are the same as always. 20% health, 10% damage, and exhausted for every completed round. With that being said, in this room, we're going to be going with Black Knight, Mephisto, Blade Oath, and Super Scroll. Now, here's the deal. My first choice in this room, whether it would be a good idea or not, would have been Accursed with Mephisto and Azazel. However, a reminder to you guys out there, Accursed is going to be used for the command center this weekend, and any teams that are required for the command center are required to be used on offense. So if you're concerned about getting those points in the command center, make sure you keep Accursed for offense. With that being said, let's jump over here to room 2. My X-Men. On offense and defense, Xavier characters count as Uncanny X-Men, Immortal X-Men, Extreme X-Men, Astonishing X-Men, and Unlimited X-Men. Now, for me, that doesn't mean anything to me whatsoever. The reason it doesn't mean anything to me is because I don't believe any of these teams are decent on defense, whether you add Professor X to them or not. On offense, if you were going to use him with any team, it would be Immortal X-Men, and I really don't know what benefit you would get there. So I'm ignoring the room rules. I'm not really concerned about them at all in room 2. And I am going with the new Fantastic Four MCU 3, Emma, OG Emma, and Professor X. Okay? In room 3, Legends. This is going to be an interesting room. On defense and offense, legendary characters gain plus 20% base stats. On turn in, gain assist now. On turn, spread positive effects to adjacent allies. This is going to be pretty interesting, pretty cool for sure. In this room, I'm going with Phoenix Force. I'm going with in-game Thanos. I'm going with Shadow King to grab some of those extra stats in this room as a legendary. I am also going to switch him back to Striker. Let's go ahead and grab him again. Oh, there he is. Okay, and we're going to switch him to a Striker. I had him as a skirmisher for one of the Professor X testing I was doing. So this is the team that we're going to use, and very simply, I'm bringing Null to offset anybody's capability to bring Mephisto into this room. So that's the reason I'm bringing Nolan here. With that being said, here's the deal, guys. It's U32. Every room that you put up is going to get cleared. The question is, are you going to be able to cause any missteps, a little bit of a hammer in the efficiency? That's kind of what you're going to be after. I think you still get 6 turns for each room, so every room's going to get cleared. So I'm keeping Starjammers, Accursed, Odin. I'm keeping them on offense in hopes to be able to one-shot every room I'm up against, and I'm setting my defense up like this in hopes to, at the very least, cause some issues with efficiency. That's kind of where my head's at. Now, I will tell you, once I get all of the points in the command center for using Accursed, there's a high probability I'm going to move them to defense. But we'll have to see how that goes. We will be making a video for every single round of U32, so be on the lookout for that. And hopefully we're going to do well. Our last 3 weekends have been an absolute train wreck, and we've got a lot of ground to catch up on. So we have dropped back down to Masters 3, and we've got a little bit of a climb ahead of us, and hopefully we can do that. I know there was some talk about U32 not affecting your points or your statistics as far as ranking. I know there was a lot of upheaval about that during the last U32. I have not heard anything from Scopely saying that that is something that they changed. So as far as I know, this will be affecting ranking. So take this serious so that you don't drop any farther down or lose that streak that you've been working towards. Also, you know the drill. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Let me know if you think anything that I'm putting up is insane and why. And let me know if you like what you're seeing and if it's something you think you might try. I love to hear from you guys. Love to hear your ideas and what you're looking forward to doing. You know the drill, guys. If you get some value, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Slap that notification bell around if you have not. Share this video with your friends and alliance mates if you think they could get some value. And until tomorrow's video, guys, stay positive and enjoy the game.